Welcome back to Righteous Gamers Custom PCs, RGCPC if you will. I am Draconimus, and as stated in my last video, I'm going to go ahead and create a new character for you. Just a tank to get the idea going. Now, most of the time, in my opinion, the best tank actually is a fighter, right here. And of course, as I stated before, you could always go with the presets. I always go custom simply because that's the way I prefer to do things. Now, again, as stated before, I'm only going to be using the four base races, so human, elf, halfling, and dwarf. So, in my opinion, dwarf actually makes the best choice due to the fact that, for one, they have a higher constitution, which means more health. And two, they get access to the Dwarven Axe, which is an axe that actually does quite a bit of damage. It's considered a exotic weapon, but it is a weapon that actually does quite a bit of damage. Well, that ain't great. Now, I need the higher intelligence in order to get a certain ability. The requirement is, I believe, 12 points. It's either 12 or 13. Don't remember which. But need a higher strength, so I think I'm just gonna balance things out a little bit, and we'll be safe at 13. There we go. Get an additive there. Go ahead and throw another point on there. Alright. Pretty well balanced. Being that I'm making a tank, it doesn't require a whole lot of strength. It needs more constitution than anything. You always want to boost your intimidate a little bit. It does require charisma, but if you throw enough points in there, it'll be enough without throwing extra points into charisma. Excuse me. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start off with, for one, we're going to need power attack. It's going to be necessary for the build. It allows us to do cleave, which will help us out quite a bit. We're also going to need shield mastery. Okay. So the good thing about playing a fighter is you're able to get a feat every level rather than just every 3 levels, I think it is. So 1, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, so on and so forth. Granted, it varies according to your class, but you know, certain things for certain people, all that and everything and stuff. So those are words. Those are words. Let's see. I think we're just gonna do pretty much a red hair, more of a soldier style looking guy. So we don't want him downturned eyebrows. That's a good one. Don't need him looking old. That's fine. Eye color. Can we get him red? Wait, no, actually, I'm thinking green. There we go. It's a very good contrast. Kind of Christmassy, but I'll go for it. Let's see here. Nose. Okay, so second, or what they number 1. There we are. That's the one we're gonna go for. Kind of a more rigid looking deal. Lips, not too important for me. We'll do that. Facial hair. Want to look clean, but bearded. Don't want the braids. That's okay. That's no. No. Alright, so that one it is. Alright, and skin color. So I give him a little bit more tan-ish. It's kind of yellow pigment there. We don't want that. No. There we go. So, name. Oop, let's get rid of that scar. Turn it into something. Actually, that scar works really well for a tank build, so we'll do that. Name. Name. Let's see here. Go trunk on. Something with shield in it for surname. Let me see here. Solid shield? No. Flying shield? That doesn't work. Hammer shield. I like that. And I don't like lawful anything. I prefer neutral because it allows you access to a couple of different weapons. So go ahead and enter there. Again, it's going to take me to a ship. You won't have that option, so it'll just throw you onto the beach. We're going to focus on starting out with a sword shield build. What we're aiming for will be the Dwarven Axe shield build. So once we get a Dwarven Axe, we'll get access to that. We're going to go ahead and use that system. Don't show hints. I don't need that. Nope. So I'm gonna walk up to Jeets here. So we'll go ahead and just do the Korthos storyline. What I'm going to do is, since I've already run through the dialogue in my previous videos, up until the end of Korthos, I'm going to speed run this beginning section. Pretty much just going to go through, grab what I need, and get it done. Alright, because honestly, who really wants... Oops, I gotta put that actually on. There we go. The lower levels don't really get you very far. Okay, Korthos is small village. Yeah, I mean, you finish the number of quests that it has, and you're done here. You end up going off to Stormwind, or not Stormwind. Yeah, no. What is the name of that? Is this Stormwind? Stormwind is WoW, so no, that doesn't work. I wish I could remember. Anyway, it's the harbor there, so you'll be doing lower level quests in the harbor. Okay, so shield of protection. There we are. My game volume seems really low. I don't know if it is for you or not, but I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. So now you can hear the DM talking a little bit, hopefully. I realized with my last two videos that I was not actually recording screen sound, so you guys weren't hearing what I was hearing. And I was constantly not talking while she was talking. So it didn't do me very good, you know? Now, of course, as a tank, I am not really going to worry about trying to do a backside hit or something along those lines. That's not this build at all. I am dealing with some sort of problem in my throat today. I apologize. It's just causing me issues, and my voice sounds lower than normally does. I'm trying to clear it out of there, but it's hanging on hard. Terribly sorry. Oh, the door closed behind us. Whatever will we do? Oh, get hit with a prayer. And attack, attack, attack. Some more attacking. And some more attacking. Sit down. Die. Thank you. Why would you cast prayer twice? It lasts for a minute and a half. The righteous smite you! Again, I'm not sure if you're actually hearing what I'm hearing. But she's all talking and stuff, and yelling taunts and being mean. Okay, so maybe not mean, but you get the point. Honestly, her voice is rather annoying while in this little battle, because she talks so much, and honestly, it's for no real purpose. Again, he's gonna find he's gonna say something about the door. No key. He's gonna find a latch. I'm gonna fall in. I'm gonna grab the key. I'm gonna swim up. I'm gonna unlock the door. Oh, and the little halfling is hydrophobic, which makes me wonder how bad does that guy smell. My goodness, hydrophobic. Goodness. Man, it's getting bad. I'm not gonna worry about it. So we'll just go ahead. We'll wait for Jeets. Because I'm not a rogue, I can't do this on my own. So we got Jeets here. Okay, and I'll let him disable crap. My heart plotters all screwed up. I don't need that. We'll move this over here. La 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 la. Alright, so there we are. I should be getting a shield in that chest over there. So I should be able to actually start the tank style build shortly. And of course, minor lag out there, and my guy stops swinging his sword. Oh, oh, okay, okay. This guy's got beef. I don't want beef. I prefer chicken. Okay, we'll look after the important stuff, the treasure. So there we are, and shield. So that's what we're really looking for here. So I'll go ahead and put on this breastplate. It's taking a little bit to equip that. There we are. Ring and shield. There we go. So now we're set up here. And my rogue senses are tingling. There's something fishy here. Try searching around. We're almost done here. Right, done here. You think so. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take the Ember Longsword. Goes really well for the soldier style, so that's what we're going to do. And soldier style being like the captain of the guard soldier, not so much the, what do you want to call that? So talk to him. I don't need to learn how to bind my spirit, but I'm going to go ahead and do so. Once again, if you want to play with me on this game, go ahead, shoot me some sort of message. I'll be on, well, the Canis server is for these characters that I'm doing my videos with, but most of the time I'm on the Galando server. So yeah, if you want to play with one of my normal characters, yeah, go ahead. Shoot me a message, and I'll give you a little bit of help with whatever you might be needing with, and all that. So I like playing with other people. This is not a game that's meant to be soloed. Granted, Korthos can most of the time be easily soloed, and it's not in any shape, way, or form difficult. So, I wish I had some sort of sprint boost or something like that, but I don't. I'm pretty slow at this point. Shield bash. Okay, this time I'll actually remember to grab the second crest and destroy the altar. Last time I did not, because I'm some sort of dingus. Can't remember anything. So we'll break this one, grab that. Feel like I should be singing some sort of song here. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts, dee-da-lee-dee. So I think I'm going to be starting with either a multi-person group here, all friends that I know, people I know. So like I said, probably Zeko Tetsumaru, Virgos, and possibly a younger guy from church. Real cool kid. I love having him around. He's useful for many things, and he's just a good friend that's there for you when you need it. So he's probably going to be joining me. He does not have his own gamer tag yet, so he'll be making that shortly. But we'll probably either be playing this one or Wildstar. Okay, in which case it might be, well, I sure hope it'll be a little bit more entertaining than just me talking to you in a random manner, teaching you stuff about a game that I do know quite a bit about. Granted, some of the quests have changed, so since the last time I played, so there's a very good chance that if I go into one of the later quests, something will be changed, and I won't know what I'm doing, so I'll probably just wander around for an hour or two, which, not a big deal. That's fine. I've wandered in this game for multiple hours before. I mean, with 13 characters, it's bound to happen. 15 now, counting the 2 that I've just made on this server. Die. Please, quickly die. There we go. Take that. Now you guys actually got to see my rogue disable the trap that's over here. Now I'm playing on a fighter. I don't have that ability, so I'm going to drop in this water and let the acid trap go. So there you go. Then I'll be able to jump on here, grab this chest. There we go. And we're good to go. Now I'm not going to go back that way because it's just a bad idea. When I can just walk all the way around, it'll take about the same amount of time, and I'll have access to more things. Now, if you really want to get going somewhere, pick up everything that falls out of these crates. Out of all the jars, the crates, the barrels, whatever you break, just pick it up. The copper pieces add up, the silver pieces add up. And a lot of times the potions, if you're not going to use them, you can sell them for a couple of gold pieces a piece. So it's really not a big deal. Also, picking up some of those potions can save you in game. Sometimes you'll have healing potions, so in those binds where you're real low on health, you can't use the rush shrine because you're doing it on hard, or something along those lines. Pick it up. You never know when it's going to come in handy. Granted, when you enter your inventory, you've only got 3 bag slots, and they fill up pretty quick. I'm being attacked now. But you can get additional bags by grinding out favor, and we'll talk more about favor in a later time. So you guys should be able to hear her now. I did fix that problem. The dungeon master she's just talking. She talks and talks and gives you an understanding of what's going on. And, oh, this would come up. There it is. So broke that, got an action point, be able to add a boost. Ooh, tower shield. So we'll take that. So that's an important thing for this build. Make sure that you get an adequate shield. We will be getting improved shield bash shortly, probably level 2, which will allow you to shield bash without losing your armor class bonus from the shield. So there's that, and amulet of the brute. So there we go. Better shield. Again, if you want to know what the dialogue is, go ahead and watch my last video. There we go. And that'll give you an idea of what they're saying, how they're going about it, blah 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 blah. All right. It's really not super important. The concept right now in Korthos is get done and get out. Granted, there are people that are hardcore storyline, which is perfectly fine. I do not condemn you at all for that. In fact, my very first character, I named him Scotatha. He is an assassin-style rogue. I do believe I actually gave him 1 level of wizard simply for its ability to take out undead. Rogues are actually horrible against undead. Worst class you could possibly play for it. So with a campaign setting where there's actually quite a lot of undead in pretty much all the quests. Even the quests where you're supposed to be fighting like dwarves and giants and all that, there's bound to be just a couple of zombies here and there. So that's where my rogue ended up getting caught up, and that's simply because there's no sneak attack damage done on undead. So a rogue, who most of their damage comes from sneak attack, has pretty much nothing they can do. They're doing base damage, and honestly, if you're doing assassin style, your damage is minimal at best. Talking dual wielding daggers. Daggers only do 1 to 4 damage by themselves, so it's not a lot of damage. Again, breaking all the crates, boosting experience. There it is. And then we'll pick up the key, have the Sawagan come out of the wall. There he is. And that, and that. Tripped him there, so he's sitting down. Man, bothered by my dog. Hold on, that might be a better tower shield. Acid guard, sonic guard, insulation. Okay, this is a better one. Gives me spell absorption, which, if you know anything about melee style, spells are your weakness. So, yeah. It's always good to have some sort of spell resistance on your tank builds. Whether it be through a shield, a ring, a necklace, what have you. It doesn't really matter, as long as you have it. Pick that up. Barrel was hard. Hard to hit. Hard to hit barrel. Very elusive. And that's the door I need. And I'm breathing into my mic again, probably. I apologize. Here we go. Once again, we're going to do the puzzle. Actually, I keep on forgetting to break all these barrels, which is what is reducing my total experience gain. Oh, there we go. Got the ransack. Ransack is the highest you can get. It is marked by the asterisks before and after. So if you're at the highest tier, it will tell you. So an additional 15%, good, I'll take it. The aggression bonus, honestly, I don't know how to make that any higher. I've already killed everything that's in here. So it's telling me that there should be more, but I don't know where the more is. So there's two ways to do this puzzle. If you watch my other video, you would have seen me do it one way. Okay, we're actually going to do it the second way this time. So the second way is like this. The second way only pertains to this one little square here. The rest of them pretty much are all done the same way. So as long as that one's getting power, you're good. But for this bottom corner, it can be done one of two ways. Okay, so it can be powered off of this T here. So it'll go into here, into this cross, into that line, and then into the corner. Or it can be powered off of this T here. So turn that way. Flip this way. Do this. Do this. Okay, so that's going to power all of that. But when we flip this, there we go. That's all four. Notice how it just split off. One went one went the other way. You can actually have it come off of here. So I can do that for you if you want. Like that. So instead of coming off of this line, you come off of this line. Either way, it works just fine, so it doesn't matter. Just pick yours. There are much larger puzzles. Actually, some of them are three-dimensional. In other words, they come around a cube, and those are a little more difficult ones. They take a little bit longer to accomplish. A lot of times they have, oh, excuse me. A lot of times they have anywhere between 90 and about 150 different squares that you have to turn. So it does take a little bit while. If you know what you're doing, it's not that bad. But those don't really come around until later. So Fortitude will give me the resistance against sneak attacks, but again, tank builds, health is really important in this game. More important than your AC. Granted, AC or armor class is rather important. You can actually see that in your character sheet right here. So 22 at level 1 is actually quite amazing. So I should be able to accomplish this one on my own as a tank style build. So I'm going to try it. If I fail, you'll see me fail. So it's all good. I don't really do cuts in my video. I do when there's a problem. So I'll cut for a problem and fix the problem real quick and then come back to it. But for the most part, you're not going to see me cut out any of my mistakes. Because it's kind of part of who I am. I make mistakes. I'm not pretending to be perfect. This gameplay it's fun. And learning from the mistakes you make is part of what makes it fun. So there's that. So that's one cultist there. Um, Now, my last video, I had actually taken the time to talk about my beliefs and where I stood on a couple of different touchy subjects. Well, actually, one real touchy subject. And my my standing on touchy subjects is honestly, it's what the Bible says. Okay, if it's not in that book, it doesn't matter. Not to me. Um, so you can tell me that um, you believe one thing and that's what's right, but if it's not in the Bible, I'm going to disagree with you. I'm not going to tell you that um, you're not allowed to think that way, because I mean you were given free will just as I was. You're allowed to think these ways, um, but to understand why it is that God put us in this world, because He did. You don't have to believe the same things I do. That's okay. But it's my belief that God put us in this world so that He can love us. It is literally that simple. He put us in this world so that He had something to love, and something to have worship Him. That might sound really shallow to some people, to have a creation made simply so that that creation can worship you. Um, but when you realize that this God created literally everything, died for you for no better reason than He loved you, it's I don't see the point in not believing. But I'm different from other people. Oh, by the way, you can actually leave your quest by hitting finish or walking to the gate. You don't always have the option of walking to the gate, um, and honestly, a lot of times it's time consuming, so there's no point in doing that. But yeah. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and do some enhancements, and then after that, we are going to go. Don't really need item defense. Physical and magical resistance. 50% competence bonus to melee threat generation. Bonus to saving throws. Alright, so I want to be able to pull aggro from all the people in my party, so that's something I'll do. And we'll get 2 levels of that. And we'll accept it. Okay, and then we'll sell all the crap that we don't need, all the other junk. So I don't need this, I have a better shield. I don't need this, I have a much bigger shield. Sell, 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 sell. Mage armor is great for mages, of course, but one thing to take into account is if you're wearing any type of armor, this has no effect. It does absolutely nothing for you. It does not stack with current armor. So that's just something to think of when you're a caster. Add repair. There we go. And we're gonna go ahead and go on to the next quest. So as I was saying, my beliefs are what is in the Bible. So if it's not in that Bible, I'm not going to agree with it entirely. Granted, I have my own beliefs. I have things that are never um, what is the word I'm looking for? Uh, Things that are never put into detail in the Bible, or just not put in the Bible that I feel should be some way or form. All right, so they're my personal opinions. Um, no, just not stated. They're just not stated in the Bible. Why could I am having problems with words today, guys. I apologize. That should be my new like MO. If I'm having problems talking, just understand this because my brain is broken. So I am a broken person. But yeah. So if it's not stated in the Bible, okay, I will make my own opinion of it. And it might not be according to what you guys believe, but that's my beliefs. Again, you're welcome to talk to me about it. I'm not going to condemn you or anything for having your own beliefs. So all that. Um, I will tell you, I'm not going to beat around the bush. If what you say is against what the Bible says, I'm going to tell you, hey, that's against the Bible, and I disagree with you. But that's pretty much it. And if you ask me where it is in the Bible, I will go ahead and find it for you. I believe I stated it in a different video that there's a really good uh, uh, what's it resource that you can turn to find anything you want to find in the Bible. That resource is actually a website called BibleGateway.com. It's got a search engine in there for you, and it will search the entire Bible for you to find any word related to what you typed into the search. Um, Sometimes the word that you typed in will actually bring up a whole bunch of different uh, results, but most of the time it's between 5 and 30. So it might be a big window, but yeah, there's that. Make sure that when you get this pause in here, you actually grab this chest. Um, not necessarily because you need the stuff in it, but because it's a chest. You never know what's gonna be in there. Sometimes they throw health potions, and honestly, if you don't have the AC, so if you're playing a low level monk doesn't have AC or a very good AC, halfling or not halflings, rogues don't have very good AC, casters don't have very good AC. So uh, if you're having issues, you're losing health. There a lot of times they'll throw a health potion in there. I have pretty high armor, so that's a thing. Um, so my first time coming through here, I actually got stuck in this room because I couldn't find the latch. I just could not find it whatsoever. Um, I was ignoring the dungeon master talking to me. Dungeon master tells you there are footsteps behind the wall. If you follow them, it might give you a way in. So there's these footprints right here. Okay, listen to your dungeon master. Okay, they talk to you. They tell you what's going on. Again, grab the chest. Grab any chest that you can. Sometimes they're locked, so you don't always have that option, but grab them if you can. My beliefs. Right. So I don't expect you to be perfect. I don't expect me to be perfect. We actually have this saying in my church. I don't know if it goes around, but the saying. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not where I was. And what that means is essentially you're always aiming to get better. So you're not where you want to be. But as long as you're not where you started, you're making progress. Okay, and that can actually go for a lot of life, but we use it more of where is our relationship with God? So uh, there are certain things that you need to do in order to have a healthy relationship with God. Um, and just believing is not enough. The Bible tells us that the devils believe and tremble. which means that even the ones who go against God believe in him. Okay, so you're not proving a single thing just by believing in him. Yes, John 3:16. There's so many people that know it. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. Okay, here's the thing. Everybody says it like I just said it. Okay, the problem is that's incorrect. The shall I put in there is for the way everybody says it. What the Bible actually says is should. Okay, and word distinction is very important in biblical translation. If you have any idea of where I'm coming from and what I'm actually telling you, it's important to understand that shall is a promise. Should is a possibility. Oh, look, level. Sweet. Now, shall and should. To keep word distinction in the Bible is very important. Understanding exactly what it's saying will be the difference in truth or not. Truth being God's word, not truth being truthful. Because the truth and the truth are two different things. This guy actually gives you some pretty decent gear. So if you want to go that route, discarded ring, I believe, gives power. So I'm not a caster. That doesn't help me. We'll go ahead and do the blade. There we are. So, if you didn't hear, the DM said it's time to take the fight to Sawagan. I'm not going to do that this episode. I'm going to go ahead and level up, and then we're going to finish this video. So that'll be the thing. I don't think I went to the right place. I did not go to the right place. My apologies. I'm going the wrong direction. Fighter should be over here. Okay, we got Cleric, Barbarian, Paladin, Favored Soul, Fighter. There we go, a little halfling fighter here. And we're going to advance to the next level, of course. And, of course, follow your numbers. Be the best way to do it. You can what was I trying to say? You can do lesser amounts than the maximum, but honestly, keeping a balanced character doesn't get you very far in game. Balance as far as his personal capabilities. Oh, if you're having a hard time finding the enhancements tab, which is actually if you click the symbol down here and go to enhancements, it's right there. You can actually do it at a trainer. So you can just tell him, hey, I want to boost my abilities with enhancements, and he'll do that for you. So that's that. Accept, close, and there we are. But I'm going to call it quits for the most part as far as the game goes. Right, 3 things that you need to do to keep your relationship with God, or keep a good relationship with God. 1 is, well, you got to spend time at the church. Okay, I'm not saying you have to come to like the Potter's House churches or anything like that. Just make sure that you're at a church that preaches the word and not just what they think the words say. Okay, so allow them to quote the Bible, not just say this is what I think the Bible says. Excuse Excuse me, I'm sorry, my throat is still doing that thing. Anyway, excuse me, goodness. Number 2, pray. And I don't mean the whole spur of the moment prayer. Set yourself a time aside each day, um, and honestly, start small. Okay, um, it'll be like any other training. You got to start small to get big. So set yourself aside just 5 minutes. Start with 5 minutes. Um, when you can do that without a problem, without falling asleep, I understand how that goes. Um, bump it up another 5, and then same thing, bump it up another 5, same thing, bump it up another 5. Um, the only thing you could possibly do to your life is make it better by doing this. Okay. The next thing is to read your word. Read the Bible. You're not going to understand the rules of the world without reading the rule book. That's exactly what the Bible is. The Bible is literally an instruction manual for life. Okay, he gives you everything that you need to know. He tells you how you should construct your marriage, how you should construct or conduct your business affairs. It tells you um, how, how you should do things in your home. Um, it gives you a how-to on life. So that whole concept of life doesn't come with an instruction manual, it's wrong. And the instruction manual is right there. It is the Bible. Um, again, you don't have to agree with me. These are my beliefs. This is just what it is. Um, so, uh, yeah, the instruction manual is the Bible. Spend time in that word. You'll get yourself acquainted with the way He wants you to be. Okay? It'll allow you to grow closer. It'll allow you to be able to understand what He wants you to do next. Okay, it's His way of talking to you. Am I saying that you're not going to hear Him audibly? No, there's very good possibility that after you receive the Holy Ghost that you can actually hear the Word of God, hear Him. I'm not crazy, I swear. The military had me tested. So, there's actually one more, and honestly, a lot of people think it is optional. It's really not, and that is fasting. There are multiple types of fasting. Honestly, the easiest one to do is just do a 24-hour fast. What that is from dinner to dinner. Don't eat. It's that simple. Just don't eat. Okay. Um, drink whatever you want. As long as it's a liquid, you're within the boundaries of fast. Um, but I will tell you that you will tend to get a little bit more out of it if you're doing a 24-hour fast by staying just to water. But those 4 things, not 3, I apologize, 4 things will get you closer and closer to Him. So I think this gets you an idea of where I stand on that. Gives you an understanding. I believe I've already sold all my stuff, didn't I? Oh, wait, no, I gathered more apparently. So let's sell real quick. I don't need to sell that. That's, well, sell that anyway. It's not really important. Pair. Alright, so just contact me if you want more information, because I'll gladly talk to you about this stuff. In fact, talking about God gets me more excited than anything else. So I love doing it. Just please give me the opportunity to talk to you about it. I understand if you don't want to believe the same things I do. And if that's the case, if you just don't want to believe, you just don't want to understand, I'm not going to spend a lot of time with you. Simply because the Bible tells me not to cast my pearls before swine. What that means is if you don't want it, you're just going to eat it out, or eat it up and poop it out. So you're going to take my information and turn it against me, and I don't want that. I want to be a positive influence on this world, not a negative one. So, again, I apologize if I've offended anybody today. I don't apologize for saying it, but um, I'm going to be done. So I'll take my trip to the tavern, and I'll do my sign off. Again, questions, please send me questions. And if you want, it'd help me out a lot if you liked and subscribed. You can do bell icons, you can do whatever you want. But it would help me out quite a bit, especially getting this word to the people around me. So please like, subscribe, be here, be part of my new community. So that. Well, guys, thanks for watching RGCPC. I've been Draconomus. God bless.